Hello and welcome to a walkthrough of the Sidrat, which is a movable home mod for Skyrim Special Edition. You may have seen there in the top left of the screen we saw a little message saying Open Cities was detected, and it is indeed fully supported in this mod, so if you got that, and it's one of my favourite mods, this should work with it without any hiccup at all. But if again you haven't got it, it's not actually needed, so it will work anyway. Also, another mod this home supports is the Hearthfire Multiple Adoptions mod, which means you can have lots of kids around and followers and pets and what have you, and they do their thing, I suppose, in your house. Right, without any further ado, let's follow the quest that is started on installation. Strange goings on at Sidratums. The twin towers of Sidratums look out over Eastmarch to the city of Windhelm, as they have done for centuries. Ancient watchtowers from the height of the Dwemer civilization, slowly falling into disrepair as the years take their toll. Only today there seems to be 3 of them. Right, let's go straight over and investigate then. Redwater Den is the nearest to Sidratums, as I obviously haven't discovered that yet. Now, as I said earlier, this is a movable home, and it has over 40 different locations you can relocate it to. Now, I think it's fair to say that one of the main inspirations for this was just to have somewhere where you could see some of the most beautiful parts of Skyrim from a good vantage point. And here it is in front of us there. It's the tower closest to us, with 3 balconies, each of them higher than the last, allowing you to see a really good view from wherever it lands. Okay, let's go and unlock it. Right, now that oddly naked gentleman over there, I've no idea why he's naked. I put clothes on him when I made the game, and they're just gone. I don't know whether this dwarven spider just decided he wanted those clothes and then it realised it had the wrong number of limbs or something and threw it away, but they're not there anymore. I don't know why. So the first thing you've got to do is pick up the key from the traveller. He also has an additional item, the Sonic Staff, which is a lot of fun actually. It's it's a staff that
I don't know how you stand it.
does an unrelenting force. So if I just put it down, oh, it's actually a bit more powerful than that normally. There he goes. And in this chest you have what this traveller was after, which is a spell tome called Multiphasic Vision. Okay, and so here is the Sidrat. It's not, it doesn't have all its secrets unlocked yet, so it's looking a bit sparse. There is a crafting balcony. Again, another thing, as well as being able to view, was to when you have to do your crafting, and there's quite a lot of crafting you need to do to get your skills up, you might as well do it with a backdrop of your choice. Right, here we go. That's the main entrance, and I now have the key, so let's unlock. this particular version is 2.02, I think, which should have full support now for followers, pets, adoptions, and I think even pets of the adopted. I don't know if they pets. Right, I'll do a quick look around the Sidrat, and then I'll try and hunt down the locations, which are probably where most people might get stuck. The way you find the locations is to have a look at this map over here, and this one. Identify where these dull crystals are, then click on them to find that it gives a description of the location that that crystal represents. Now we are currently at the Sidrat Suns, which, as you can see, I've now selected. The only other location that's currently open is in Markarth, and I think I'll actually just... I can't resist it. There's a lever up there. So thank you. Okay. Okay. Now we should come out of Markarth. There we go. Quite a murky day. Okay. That's how we move the Sidrat from location to location. Now, let's start looking at that map again. Right, so you'll see each of these represents the location that is placed on the map, and in some cases it'll give you a little bit more of a description as to what it might be. Like this is Ivarstead Waterfall, so it's the waterfall below Ivarstead. Eastmarch Springs, so it's the Springs of Icemarch, Eldergleem Sanctuary, well that's pretty obvious. Nightgate Inn rather, and Blackreach Arena. So the arena tells you where in Blackreach it is. Yeah, thank you. It's rude today. Okay, so this is the latest version, and it's got that many more crystals on it. So, for example, the expansion sets, the DLC, are also included. We've got Forgotten Vale, Frozen Lake has a location, Castle Volkihar's balcony, the Boneyard in Solkirn. Is there two? And actually on the battlements of Fort Dawnguard too. Okay, now I know all the locations of these crystals, so I am going to start hunting some of them down. In the description I'm going to put the location of each of the location discoveries in the timeline of this video, so you can just hop directly to them if you're stuck on any of them. Right, so first place I'm going to go to is Falkreath. Now, it's the first time I've shown you this, so we need to learn the multiphasic vision spell. And then gonna find it in illusion. Yep, there we go. In fact, what I'm gonna do is favorite that, and I'm going to
fancy magic
Q2 because I'm going to use it a fair bit. Oh, there's a dragon. Not sure I can be bothered with a dragon right now. Now, the reason why you need a spell is because it allows you to see things that are out of phase. That little green haze thing there means you can see things which are quite in the normal world. And you can hear the sound of that crystal makes from a way away. And when you find one of these, tune it, and that will now mean the location is unlocked, and you can now travel to it in the Sidrat. Oh, I don't really want to be near you, dragon. Let's see if I can still... Can I fast travel? Yeah, I can. Great. So the next location, Half Moon Mill. To cast it again. That's our second one. There's one in Lakeview Manor.
I'm no fan of the sun.
Unfortunately, I have to cast this every time because it will run out by the time I fast travel. There's one in Riverwood. Right, where else is there? There is one in Ancestor Glade. Spriggans that might appear. No, we're good, we're Spriggan free. I can hear it already. Where is it? There it is. Another location unlocked. Try to avoid saying anything too interesting as I'm hopping around finding these, because this should really just be a reference part to the video. Just hop around and grab any of the ones that you may have missed. After that, we'll go back to the Sidrat, explore it properly, and unlock any secrets. Right. What's next? Let's go with Sleeping Tree Camp. Oh, that's not going to be good for a mammoth. They're both fallen over. Oh, poor things. Skyrim is a cruel country. Why did that even happen? Oh, the humanity. Okay. That's that one unlocked. out. One over here. Sorry, Serrano, that was a bit rude. And don't forget, of course, if you bring your hands down, then you run faster. This one is right on the top of this mountain, mountain, rocky thing. It's not quite mountain size, but fortunately I've invested heavily in stamina. Oh, you can just see it up there. Oh, it's disappeared. That's far right now. Get up here. No, it's a little bit too steep. Just get up here. Just about. You can hear it. There it is. Okay. Stop. There is one in Ivarstead. Dragon Bridge. I can hear it. Oh yes, there it is. Obviously, whenever I can, I've tried to avoid areas that other mods might have made changes on. It's really hard though, particularly in towns,
Go cast your fancy magic someplace
because there's a
else.
lot of mods in cities and towns. Generally, I think I've done okay. All of JK's stuff seems just about alright. I think there's a well in the lobby of the Sidrat on Whiterun, but other than that, it's pretty good. And all the locations do still seem to work. But it might be the case particular mods you've got make it impossible to unlock a location. And I guess there's not a lot I can do about that. You might just have to put up with one fewer locations available. Okay, let's cast again. Actually, in open cities, this is one of my favourite locations, because you can park the Sidrat just here, get to the top floor, the penthouse, and you can jump right over into the water below, which is a huge jump. I'm going to do it by the end, I think. I'm not able to resist. Right. What's left? Okay, let's go to Winstad Manor. Each of the homesteads has a Sidrat location. I mostly just put that in so you could easily move your stuff in if you wanted to. I'll go into the chests in a little more detail when we've done all the locations. There's some stuff that's reasonably cool. There's some sorting things. And some of the chests are linked to the crafting stations, but you'll see that later. A lot of these things I hadn't actually realised. Loads of other people have done mods that do something similar, but it's still quite fun to reinvent them all myself. Let's go to Morthal. I don't think I've done that one yet. Whatever happens, I'm not going to remember all the locations. I'm going to have to go back at some point and check in the Sidrat. Always dragons. Can I travel? I'm not going to be able to fast travel, am I? Can I? No. Let's just try and run away as far as we can. Maybe let me off. Is calm now, surely. Yes. To cast that spell again. Have I already been here? I have already been here, haven't I? Oh dear. Yes, I have. Okay. I was confusing it with Heljarchen Hall. It's going to be some kind of bandit here, isn't it? Oh no, 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 it's a giant. Maybe we can just leave the giant alone. Here's this one. Very near the house. Okay, I don't think we've been to Dawnstar yet. Dawnstar. What else do we have? We have Nightgate Inn.
Let's move faster. The sun is let's not take this.
Okay, that's Nightgate Inn. Winterhold, let's go to Winterhold. Spells run out again. I can hear it, I can hear it. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so another one done. Windhelm.
They used to call it the Sea of Kings. In my place.
You can actually hear this one right from the start. There we go. Let's try cut across a bit of it and go to Whiterun. decent free bit of land available in Whiterun. And JK put a massive well on it.
Who's there?
I'm not trying to hide. Oh, bloody empty that.
Still remember how to fight.
Dragon Lord as well. This is, it really isn't these bandits' day, is it? Yeah. Go on, Serana.
Still remember
Have your
how to
fun.
fight.
Sorry. Okay, where's the other one? There is another one on the throat of the... Oh, there's another one. Yes, of course. Where is it? Okay. Bennywood on him. There we go. He's all friendly. Can I travel now? Yay! Okay, this one is right on the top of the throat of the world. Hey, Parthenax. No, I'm not going to bother talking to you, I'm afraid. Too busy. Got important stuff to do. Doing stuff. This is never going to be an easy journey, was it? Ooh, lots of jumping. Okay. It's very near. Is high up there. No, another one is at Valtheim Towers, is it? Valtheim. I think I'm going to go for the intimidate option.
Now that I think of it, that sounds fair.
Yep.
Just shove off before the others notice.
There we go. So just on the waterfall there. Okay. Now there is one in Ivarstead. No, it says waterfall. It actually means the waterfall just slightly north. So it could be a little bit confusing because there's a couple of little rapidy bits. What we're really looking for is the base of the waterfall. There's another one not far from here. So there's a bit of a chance to see if I can run and get it before the spell runs out. I don't think I will. I cast a spell a little bit too far away from the last one. This one's on the side of the mountain side of the throat of the world. Just into the icy mist. So much stamina, look at that. Oh, I can just see it. I can see the crystal. It's over there on the right. No, just run out. Okay, got those two. There's one in the Eldergleem Sanctuary. That's the trouble with all this travelling. The dragons.
I'm okay with the
Is
dark.
that the fourth one we've seen? Quite a pretty location actually. Lovely waterfalls. I mean, it really is a very beautiful game. Hopefully this mod will allow people to see a little bit more of that. I recommend having the clear skies shout as well, so if it is bad weather you can open up a really good view. Where's the other one? There's another one just around here. Ah, there it is. Okay, we're racking them up. There's one on the lake here. I hadn't thought about it. It might be quite nice to have one underwater. So you just see the Sidrat top floor poking out. Take a swim to get down to it. Swimming is slow though. Okay, it's just on this little island bit here. Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? Okay. We have one very close to the Thieves Guild in Riften.
This place makes me a little uneasy.
Don't worry, won't be here long. Let's go to Fort Dawnguard. It's actually two very close to here. Let's get the one down here first. by the icy waterfalls, the entrance to this valley. That actually is one very big castle, isn't it? Oh, we've got some vampires. That's what I'm going to do with them. Can I? No, I don't think I could even calm them. Oh, they're quite tough. There's probably another one as well. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Is Savannah going to turn up now? Yeah, there she comes. Oh, what was all this? Oh. What have I missed? Okay, here's one. Okay, got those two. Okay, there we go. Let's get a Forgotten Vale. Ah, yeah, we got these teleportation things, haven't we? I think it's near... Is it that one? Could be that one. It's in the Frozen Lake anyway, the one that's got the two dragons hiding in it. No, I don't think this is the one.
May Ariel's glow shield you from your enemies.
Oh no, it is, it is. Okay. Of course the Sidrat, because it's a movable home, it does allow you to play the game without fast travelling, if that's something that you try to avoid in your games. Where is it? There it is. Although I'm fast travelling myself at the moment. There's actually, yeah, there's one on the balcony there. And there's a fast travel point there already, but this allows you to get into Soul Cairn. And it's actually here, when the air's clear. Let's have a look. What do I have on at the moment?
Look!
Maybe it never gets very clear here. Okay. The next one's in the Soul Cairn. Cairn. Oh.
Ah,
Hello.
it's good to be home again. Probably summon a horse. Here we go. Can you keep up, Serana? Okay, I think we just go straight on. This one's in the boneyard.
which is the final area in the Soken. There we go. He wasn't hanging about. You know, just in case you want to do a lot of crafting in the middle of a lightning storm. Ooh. The rift between dimensions or whatever. You can. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna have to go all the way back. Let's get a horse again.
Look!
To be clear skies here. It'd be quite nice with a nice blue sky, wouldn't it? Let's go run past you. There it is. Serrano's following, not getting drawn into something that we just walk past. There's more of them. Huh? They don't like the will-o'-the-wisps either, eh? Right. Probably not a good idea to take the horse all the way up there. Okay. Okay, from here we can fast travel back again. Right, just trying to think what might be left. We've got... yeah... Let's go underground. What's that? Another dragon. They're very common dragons. Coming across them all the time. Okay. Now then. Oh, look at them all there. All doing their stuff. Okay. Now, I think I said before this is by the arena, but this one's a little bit of a trick as well. If you look at the local map, it does say you're in the arena, but you're a little distance away from it. Don't even have enough time to stop to pick up some crimson Nirnroot. That's how busy I am today. Okay. So this is the arena. And you can actually see it. It's over there. But this isn't the easiest place to spot a crystal like that. With all the glowing blue things and mushrooms and... There we go. Does this take me? Might have been a more sensible way to go down.
It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it.
See, I can't see too well with spell running. That's better. Right, can I think of any other remaining ones here? I'm not sure I can. So, let's go through to Solstheim. See if I can remember all the ones in Solstheim. Well, there's always one in the city, so I'll be one here in Ravenrock. You can hear it already. There it is. Let's travel to Tel Mithryn. Definitely one of my favourite spots in Solstheim. Oh, looks like I killed a dragon. Oh, do they? When did I become a vampire? Oh. Can I do anything about that? Okay. Oh dear. I've got a feeling if I drink a potion of cure disease, it's not going to do a thing. Must have been those vampire scouts. Anyway, I'm sure I can get cured at some point. Right, there's one in Nchardak. I've got a feeling there may be a few bandits around. No, no. Did I clear them out before? Temple of Mirak has one. Enemies. I do have enemies. We can just make a run for it. Next one is in Thirsk's Mead Hall. down by the lake here. If I can get there in time. Yeah, there it is. Yay! And where else? On the Skaal Village. If you had an older version of the Sidrat, you'll find the spell ran out twice as quick, and you couldn't hear the sound quite so far away. That's improved a little bit, so it should actually be a little bit easier to hunt these down anyway. Now this is probably one of the most remote points, both in the game and as a destination point for the Sidrat. I think actually I'm going to put my boots of water walking on just to get a little bit faster. Okay, I think I'm probably going to have to kill these guys actually, because the location's right in the middle of all of them. There you go. Look at that. Is it not the biggest Nirnroot you've seen in your life? Incredible. Right, we found the location. Let's have a look. Another one is... oh, I haven't just got that yet. Let's do the Whiterun Barrow then. Okay, that's that one, and there must be some more. I think. Does the abandoned lodge have one? No, the ramshackle trading post might then. Oh no, I think I might be wrong actually. I don't think it does. I think it is in the abandoned lodge. Right. Now then, what could be left? Might be the lot. Okay, I think there is one more here, but it's you have to actually use the black book to get to it. I think I might be perilously close to having got them all, and I will get the black book one in a moment. We're just going to go back to the Sidrat and figure out how far we've got to go. Where did I leave the Sidrat? There we go. Left in Markarth. Another good thing about the Sidrat is it. Is that it travels instantaneously. So often I find I can start a game in the morning, travel around a little bit, and then it's night again. All the shops are shut, nothing's happening. But this will get you there instantaneously, so no wasted time as you travel. Now I was going to go down to the console room to see what is left to unlock. How many did I? Oh, I did pretty well. Oh, I missed one there. That is Icewater Jetty. Yeah, other than that, I can't see another one. Oh, there's just two then. So that's Summit of Apocrypha. Yes, so I'm going to have to read the book to get that one. Now, what I was going to do was show you how to unlock one of the location secrets. And there are 7 secrets in total. And there are actually 9 codes hidden in these crystals. When you've unlocked all 7, the rest of them go blank. But the reason behind that is there may be secrets hidden in a crystal. Thank you, Serana. There may be a secret hidden in the crystal that you are unable to unlock because you've got a mod, which means you can't get to it, which should be very frustrating. So the way to check for these is to click on a location, and for technical reasons it's twice as likely to be a city than it is to be any other location. So I'm going to try the cities first. Did you hear a little thump there? That thump means there is actually a secret in that location. Yeah, there we go. The secrets are always random, so they could be on any of those crystals, but twice as likely, as I said, on the city. So if I type in 3419 9485 3419 9485. No, that's it. Okay, so secret was discovered there. Lower balcony has been unlocked. And if you turn around, you'll see a ladder that wasn't there before. We'll take you to the lower balcony. Now, I'm actually going to not unlock the rest of those secrets. You've seen how it's done. What I'm actually now going to do is... unlock the last 2 locations. Icewater Jetty. I'm really going to have to get rid of that vampirism. I actually don't know how to do it. That's a job for later. Okay, we only have 1 location left. And we can't get to it from Skyrim, we have to be in Solstheim. Which one was it? I can't remember. Is it Waking Dreams? this is it. So this is obviously after I've defeated Mirak. So spoilers, sorry. This whole thing's full of spoilers. Because this is the Sidrat location. In Apocrypha. Okay. So does that now mean I've got them all? I'm actually a little bit disappointed because I thought something was going to happen there. Yeah. I thought I'd set it up so that if you unlock all of the secrets, then unlock all locations, then all the secrets will become unlocked as well. That doesn't seem to have happened. Let me just go back to the Sidrat again. And see if I've missed any. If I haven't, then I'll just unlock all of the secrets. Oh dear, I'm hated and feared now, am I? Do I have any blood potions? Would that help? Oh, there we go. That's probably good. Good thing, isn't it? Right, so we've got all the soul stone. Ah, no. The missing one. Fort Dawnguard Battlements. I totally forgot about that, didn't I? Okay, you know what, we're gonna fly to Dayspring Canyon. They're not going to like me here, are they? Are they going to know? Well, I mean, Serana's a vampire too, isn't she? Have I gone the wrong way? I've gone the wrong way. Okay. I've just realised the weirdest thing. Those elks, as they're running away from you, look directly at you. Why would you not just run? And it's the same mechanism by which most things you walk past will look at you. How strange. I mean, look where you're going. I mean, the elk's just going to fall over. Alright, here we go. Here we go. There's Summer Vampire, that's pretty good. Oh, look over. Where is it? Aha, there it is. Okay, there we go. Yes. All locations discovered, unlocking location secrets. Great. Okay, and well, let's immediately try out one of the powers. Oh, lots of vampire things. Summon the Sidrat. This personally I think is pretty cool. So if you've unlocked quite a few of the locations, you could unlock this secret. And whenever you need the Sidrat, all you really need to do is whistle. Right, you might notice this little chap's appeared as well. K9, which is a little bit of a reference to where the Sidrat's inspiration comes from. He is a lift attendant and will bring you to any floor you choose. For the moment, I'm just going to go to living quarters and start to explain some of the internal. Now, I understand a lot of people like filling a home with their own items through mods. So there's quite a lot of mods that will allow you to manipulate your own home. For example, place a shelf here or a chair there or whatever. So I've left it relatively sparse so people can do that kind of thing. But at the same time, it looks like it's quite sparse because of that. So it's a balance I've got to get right, I think. Okay, so let's have a look. One of the first things to notice, there's a book there, notes on crafting. Now, if anyone has played my other mod, the Dark on the Light, they might recognize those initials. This is just a book that lists all the things as a tick list you should be doing before doing any kind of crafting, which I frequently forget, so it's really just for me that. Over here there's another note. I think I'm finally working out these crazy chests. The sorting chest doesn't actually store items at all. In fact, it moves them to other chests through the Sidrat. Ingredients to the alchemy chest, soul gems to the enchanting chest, and so on. But then it gets weirder. The chest on the balcony and the equivalent chest in the crafting room seem to always contain the same things. And even more baffling, whenever I use the crafting tables on the balcony, I always have whatever I need to hand. It doesn't appear to be the same in the crafting room, though. They seem to be the ordinary type. That is until I pull the levers. So yes, I've done some scripting to link chests to the crafting tables that their contents are relevant to. I'll show you that actually happening here. We've probably got quite a good view from here. Oh, if it wasn't a vampire, that would be really pleasant out here. Well, you can see a lot of the castle more than I thought you would. Okay, so let's try this out on the alchemy table. So we've got an ingredients chest there. If we just put our ingredients in there, I'll just put the A's and the B's in there. There we go. So now I've dropped those off. One of the things that always annoyed me about Skyrim was the fact that chests, you couldn't really get access to the items when you needed them. It's particularly annoying when you're building homesteads. You really want to just put in that chest all your clay, all your stone, all your supplies, and as you're building the property, it simply feeds them from the nearby chest, and that's exactly what happens here when you link them. So I now have within my inventory all the items that I put in the chest, and as I exit alchemy, it will say replacing linked resources, and all of them are back in the ingredients chest. Now, if you end up with a huge amount of ingredients, that can be quite a slow process. It might take a second or two, but I haven't had any situations where there's actually been any problems yet. So another one of the secrets that we unlocked was the storage chest here, and that has a set of crafting items. That's for when you're relatively inexperienced. This mod unlocks at level 5, so you'd actually find a full set of crafting gear would be quite helpful. You can't actually disenchant these though, they're only there to give you a little bit of a helper in crafting. Okay, let's go down. Okay, now let's have a look at some of these other chests. Some of that note described. Now this is probably one of the most important ones. This is the sorting chest. Any item you put in here, it will replace, or rather place in the relevant chests through the Sidrat. So if I were, for example, to put the unenchanted conjuring staff, it says stored safely away. It's now been placed in the chest that's specializes in weapons. For example, I put these 46 Stalhrim arrows away. That'll have gone to its relevant chest. I put these potions of strength away, haggling. If I put all this canis root away, this is yeah another level of coolness. You can put books away. Let's just say they have been safely stored away. I'll come back to those later. Miscellaneous items. Okay, let's put that to Black Soul Gem with a Greater Soul. I'm not even sure how it got a Greater Soul. Probably through a bug. I'm going to put a bunch of crafting smithing supplies away. Gold ingots, heartstones, leather strips, all kinds of stuff. Torches. And now we'll find, if we go around some of the other chests in the Sidrat, potion storage, for example, you see that's where potions have turned up. If you look in the storage chest, you'll find that's where the miscellaneous items, the flute and the torches, have appeared. And so on. And I'll take you to the crafting room in a minute, but let's just finish off with the secrets that remain in here. This is Alvard's Trove. Again, you might recognize Alvard as being the protagonist in The Dark and the Light, which says that maybe he was here at some point. And every... I have to wait a little bit longer than that, I think. Every so often, this chest will fill with a couple of items chosen at random from The Dark and the Light. Still needs a little bit longer. It's not all the items, but it's a couple of things, and a couple of things I wanted to put into that mod, but didn't quite get around to doing. Let's have a look. Oh, I got hungry again. Okay, so here we have some light arrows and a bright torch. If you haven't seen these arrows. They're quite fun. They're very useful in dark dungeons. They'll light the way for you. And if you're very quick, you can pick them up and they won't run out. If you hang around long enough, and you have to leave the Alvar's Trove empty for it to refresh again. Every 24 hours or so it will refresh, and there's a couple of items that I won't wait and try and find that are worth waiting for. Okay, that leaves one little secret left here, which I hope people discover on their own, but there's a fair chance they won't. So I'm going to give you a walkthrough on it. Now, every item you put into that chest gets counted, and once you get to 1,000, which hopefully I'll be able to with just 3 passes of putting all the lockpicks in and taking the lockpicks out. Something should unlock. There we go. A keen collector I see. Then call me when you need. And you'll see storage portal gloves have been added. Now, oh, I need to go here. No weapons, a barrel. Here we go. Storage portal gloves. Okay. So when you have those on, a power, yes, becomes available to you. And this summons, let's say, the spirit of the sorting chest. No matter where you are, and you can drop off any items you choose. Let's stop with the skeever hive. All those Daedra hearts. And then she disappears again. Okay, so now let me take you deeper into the Sidrat, into the Sidrat hub. This is where things are less compact. It really opens up. I think you'll see that soon. Okay. Each of these lifts does have a lift attendant, or you could say K9 just moves very, very quickly. Right, okay, so we have, first one I'm going to take you to is, here we go, the crafting room. We'll talk about those chests a little bit. Okay, so there's a secondary crafting room for the kind of people who are a bit shy and want to do their crafting out of the way of prying eyes. And I was told through feedback that some people like having unlinked vanilla crafting tables because they can then through other mods put effects on them. So what I've done here is allow you to either use my linked versions of the crafting tables or use vanilla ones. And this, for example, is just a plain old vanilla arcane enchanter, and you can add whatever effects you choose on it. Thank you. And I've left a little lever there, which allows you to then connect the particular chest to those tables. But in doing so, it swaps out the vanilla one and puts in my one. Oh, no, I don't want you to make me a vampire.
What now?
If I say that, doesn't it? I already am a vampire. Hold on. Well, let's just do that. Okay. Enchanting Chest is now linked to Arcane Enchanter, and if we look there, there's the Black Soul gem with the Greater Soul that we used before. And if we click on that, you'll see it's taking linked resources, and I could use that Black Soul gem that's filled with the Greater Soul. Now, if I were to pull that lever again, then bang, the vanilla one comes back. So if you had modified that in any way, that should work without any problem at all. And if we look here, we've got the ingredient chest. And do you remember we put a whole load of ingredients in the upstairs ingredient chest? Well, you can see they're all duplicated here as well. Well, not actually duplicated because they are the same ones. So that's basically just a connection through to the outside ingredient chest. You can even see the Daedra heart that we deposited through the sorting chest earlier. Okay, and here you've got all the crafting facilities you'd ever want, and this would link them through to the smithing tables, all 5 of them, isn't there? 5 different crafting stations. Okay. Right, okay, that's enough of that. Going through here. This is where people can sleep. There's space for 4 followers, and 6 adopted children. Adopted children's chests there. I guess I could adopt a child. Yeah, I could make that happen actually. Do I have that installed? Oh, it's restoration, isn't it? Maybe I don't have that mod installed. Let's bless this home, isn't it? And no, I don't have that, so you'll have to try that yourself. Okay, looking at other rooms, we have the eating, cooking area, and again we've got another one of these linked things going on. So you can use the oven and spit as normal, or you can link them to make them linked ones. And indeed, if I dropped off any food items, they would have been dropped into there. Salt, which is an ingredient, as well, would have been given priority to go to the alchemy chest. So if you really need salt, you're going to pick some out and put it in there. Okay, next part to look at, I think, is the weapons and armor storage. Should be enough there for most people. The armor chest, we didn't actually drop off any armor, but we did drop off some bolts, the Stalhrim arrows. I'll just pick this up again. And the weapons chest, we had the unenchanted conjuring staff. These will work as usual. Nothing very special there. And okay, do you remember me talking a little bit about the books? Well, in here, which is the library, and arguably one of the most TARDIS themed rooms. Did I say TARDIS? Oh, well. That's not where I got inspiration from. Is a shelf stacking chest, and if you were to drop a book in here, let's say on Oblivion, a book of life and surface, it won't actually be in that chest because it will have put them onto any spare space in the shelves. And if we look here, you'll actually find, oh, can I bring up the whole bookshelf? There we go. These are all of the books that I put through the sorting chest. So it's gone 2 stages on through this. I think it's back for the moment. Did I not just pick you up? Oh, that didn't happen. Don't worry. I think there might be some bugs on the shelves, not doing my stuff. Okay, so from here, what do we have left? I think the next thing to show you would be a very dwarven pastime. I've created a room which allows you to have robot battles. You have to place a bet. Just to show off, I'm going to go for the the biggest battles you can have. And you can choose your team. Now I'm going to go for 2 Centurion and a bunch of spheres. And you might recognise these guys, except they've all got different coloured tops on. Team tops, team colours. Now, let's see. Battle commences. Quite a lot of blue ones have fallen. 6 to 8, oh it's 5 to 8. Oh no, another one of my team's gone down. 3 to 5. 3 to 4. 2 to 3. Looks like the red team's going to win this. Only 1 left on the blue team. Two versus 1. No, that's it. That's it. Red team have won. And as my team won, I win a prize. Enough of that. Okay. One other internal location is the 0 room. In this room there is every altar in the game, so you can get whichever blessing you choose. I'm going to go for Shrine of Auriel to give myself 10% better archery. The 0 room in the TARDIS is a place where I believe all telepathic and any kind of communication is locked off, so an injured Time Lord can recover. So this is meant to be a sort of quiet, contemplative place. But there's also some miniature little stones hidden around, which you might be able to discover. I'll leave you to have a look for those. Okay. Right, what do we have left? I think it's through to the garden now. Okay. So in this garden we have quite a selection of flowers. We have some soil, so you can place your own ingredients here to grow. There is some dummies here for the children to practice against. Here's where you can get chop wood if you need it. And this is a warm bubbling pool. Where you can sit and contemplate. Whilst actually still being inside the Sidrat. But you can take it a one stage further from that and go to the Matrix. Oh, it's not even real sunlight. Spoiler. Okay, so here we are in the Matrix. Fans may know what the Matrix is. But as far as we're concerned, it's just basically the external area of the Sidrat. To get proper support for adoption and followers, you have to have an external area, and because the Sidrat is a movable home, it can't really have an external area. So I've made an external area inside, and in keeping with the Doctor Who theme, that means the Matrix. Now you might have just seen over that hill, there's a little bit of something to explore. So I'm going to get on the horse called Bessie, which again might ring a bell for some people. And we'll have a little look at this course. Now you can see there's some more of my number matrices there, some buttons, and what looks suspiciously like a course for a horse to run around, and it's exactly what it is. So I'm going to do the horse trial. Let's see if I can get this right. The trick to this really is to jump far earlier than you think you're going to need to, because it takes a long time for the horse's animation to kick off. There we go. Another one. Oh no, missed. Okay, it's got over there. Through the water. One thing to note there is horses won't jump if they're sprinting. There we go. 55 seconds. That's all right. I think you can do a fair bit better than that, though. Right. So you can try and beat your time if you can. Now we've got a couple of items here. Practice bow and practice arrows. If you use these, you can play this game. And the only thing that's cool about the practice bow is every time you fire a practice arrow into one of the targets, you will get your arrow back. So in theory you can go on forever as long as you're a good shot. Right, let's start this then. We get 2 minutes to shoot as many of the targets as we can. Oh, got it. Now these targets have, as you'll probably notice, different coloured sections in them, and if I get this just right, you might have heard that. That was a bullseye. So you get different amounts of points for each ring that you hit. Where's the other one? There it is. Oh yeah. Okay. Symbols are. So 22 seconds left. If anyone likes archery target games, I do recommend you try the Dark and the Light, my other mod, because there's an awful lot of them in that. Oh, end of game. Game complete. 156, that's not too bad. If you can get over 200, that's a pretty good score. Right, I still have 99 of my arrows. Right, and there's another thing to try which you may not notice at first glance. If you put if you equip the practice bow and practice arrows, it'll play a harder version of the oh, what? No, I've ruined that. I really have. Okay, you can cancel the game by just going through the wrong gate. For some reason, it wasn't letting me take my bow out, but here's my bow. So if I've got it equipped, then the that will be selected, and you get a harder course which requires you to unlock some of the gates, and you unlock the gates by shooting the target that appears. Oh. Come on. Oh, I'm not going very fast. Oh. Oh, over. Another thing to notice, I think as you land, your bow will get put away. So you should only start drawing your arrow after you've landed. There we go. Oh, jump, 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 jump. Oh, it's a bit too close to jump. There we go. 77 seconds. Surely I can do better. Probably, but not today. Okay, I think that's more or less everything from the mod. I hope that's been helpful. I think this is actually a pretty cool mod, so do have a go at it. And I better go off and find a cure for my vampirism. Okay, have a great day. Bye.